Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of the virtual holistic healing fairs. For those of you that have not tuned in to an episode before, I coordinate, my name is Vanessa, I coordinate the holistic healing fairs across Ontario. We actually did expand to Newfoundland too, but due to everything that's happening, our physical fairs have been postponed, so I've brought them online to showcase different wellness businesses across the province. And it's been really exciting. So normally every vendor shares a positive pause after they finish, but I'm going to do today a little bit different for myself. I'm going to start with a positive pause, and then I'll also finish with one. So the positive pause that I'd like to share in the beginning of this episode is the starfish story. If you're familiar with it, then you might already know it. The starfish story essentially is a little boy walking down the ocean. He's combing the beach, and he's tossing things into the ocean. This older man walks up to him and asks him what he's doing. And the little boy says, I'm picking up all the starfish that I can. The tide has gone out. They're going to die if I don't save them. So he's picking up a starfish, throwing them in. The older man laughs and he says, there's thousands and thousands of starfish and the beach is wide of miles. You're not going to make a difference. And the little boy smiles at him after politely listening, picks up another starfish and tosses it back in. And he said, made a difference for that one. So the moral of the story is, although you may be one person, you can make a big difference. And if you continue your day-to-day, making the differences, the baby steps that you can take, you will make a difference and you are valued. And what you do does matter at this time. So to start the show, our very first person is Christina Denome, and she is the wellness educator and Wholefoods mama. You're still muted. That's okay. And again, this is organic and raw. Perfect.
Awesome. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for just, providing this opportunity to share and connect. What an excellent idea. Wow. So I'll just open by saying my name's it's Christina Denome. It's okay. Everybody says Denome. That's okay. And I am a wellness educator. I actually previously was so kindergarten and preschool educator. So working very closely in relationship with children and their families. And one of the things that really struck me during that time, I was in education for 12 years. And one of the things that struck me during that time was, the impact that I was seeing nutrition play, be it good or poor, in the way that children were developing and the way that families were thriving or not thriving. And I thought, okay, well, I got into this field to really my passion was for children who were struggling, academically, cognitively. I was really passionate about empowering children, not only to learn, but especially around literacy, because I'm a firm believer in the doors that open. So that's kind of why I got into education. And then when I saw that children were having those challenges, I was starting to connect that to what they were eating. I was kind of seeing this consistent trend, so to speak, right? It was just between, the relationship between food and how the brain's functioning. And, I couldn't help but notice how that was playing out in my own children's lives. So that's kind of what turned my ears on to it, because I was looking for solutions for my own children. Two of my boys are identified ADHD and LD. I like to say learning different. And, I had to start to think about ways that I could incorporate or change the way that they were eating to help facilitate their learning. So from an education perspective, there are certain things that we look at in terms of the foundations of learning, right? And for me, that foundation is found in nutrition. Right? So there are a lot of things that we do as educators to promote learning. So, we will develop IEPs and I'm just speaking from, that educational frame, but I mean, this applies in everyday life as well. And I'll kind of connect that in a second. But, we we develop IEPs for children, individual education plans to help support them. We look at assistive tech as a way to help support them. We look at counseling if that's necessary to bring that in. So looking at that whole child and going, okay, so what kinds of things, what kinds of strategies can we put in place to help support this child and support their learning, support their development, support the family in doing the same, right? So, and that's the same with anybody, even if you're not a child, trying to learn, we use meditation, we use mindfulness practices, we use exercise, yoga, all that kind of stuff to help support our overall wellness. However, if our bodies, and I see this with children, and and now with individuals all over the place when I'm working with them, if we could put all of those things in place, but if our bodies are not in a place to receive, right, we're not open to receiving those other supports, right? For children, maybe their brains are not wiring and firing. Like, so take my boys, for example, their brains were not equipped to deal with the information that they were receiving in the classroom. So what did we do? We use nutrition, right? And really just getting to the basics of using whole food nutrition. That's what I help families do. That's what I support them in. Simple ways to get that stuff in. So we use nutrition, it comes in, it's now the foundational piece, right? Once we get that foundation in, the body starts to talk to itself, right? The cells are talking, the brain is starting to fire and receive messages better, and they're more equipped to learn and function and thrive, right? So getting that nutrition in as that foundational piece, and then bringing in all of those other supports, it just enables those supports to just function. It's like a synergy, right? Now we have a symphony happening, but without that foundation, it really is a struggle. We're almost operating at a loss, right? So that's what I help families do, get that nutrition in. So how do I do that? Variety of ways. I am an educator, right? So I teach myself. So every Wednesday I do a live on my page, my personal page. Actually, this is something that I started after just doing an 8-part series, just to kind of help families find simple ways to bring that nutrition in. So, I did a dairy-free butter, and I did, salad in a jar, basic Buddha bowls and stuff like that, just teaching very simple strategies for getting the food in. I do those live workshops as well, but being that now we're not able to do that face-to-face and in person, I'm doing them online. So that's every Wednesday. So if anybody wants to follow along, you can check me out on my Facebook page and check it out every Wednesday at 3. And then in addition to that, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I've got a tower garden. I help families get those into their homes. I also help schools get them into the classroom. I'm super passionate about teaching children through planting and growing their own. It is incredible, and schools actually can get grants to get those for free. So that's one of the things that I do as well. I help facilitate a wellness workshop, or not wellness workshop, sorry, wellness group. And in there we have all kinds of resources. I absolutely love it. So, part of being an educator isn't just about me teaching you. It's about, here's the resources. It's about me being able to say, here's some resources, here's some tools, here's some strategies, so that you can then take charge of your own learning and be empowered by that, right? So, that's what that group is really about. It's about connecting you with resources. So there's meal guides, there's recipe books, we have a lot of wellness educators and fitness instructors and, holistic healers that come in, and we do interviews with them, and they're sharing strategies and education around how families and individuals can thrive, right? Oh, one of the other really great things that we're doing this month, I'm super excited. We're doing for the month of April, every Tuesday at 8:30, we're doing free educational webinars, all on a variety of different topics. Actually, I wrote them down. The first one on Tuesday is clean eating 10. So 10 things, 10 simple things. I love the simplicity. 10 simple things that you can do to live a healthier life, to put clean foods in. The daily detox is another thing that we're doing. And this one I'm really passionate about, as you can probably tell from my previous, what I was just talking about, but nutrition and its impact on mental health. So important right now. So we're going to be doing that in the third week of April. So if anybody wants access to those, do let me know. We are doing them specifically for our wellness group online. So I can definitely connect you to that. I also educate on supplementation, if it makes sense, right? So how to determine, what kinds of things that you should be taking and what things to look for when supplementing and all of that kind of stuff. I help educate families around that. And if it makes sense, I help connect them to the resources where they can help themselves. So that's what I do in a nutshell. And I'm super excited to be here. I will actually, this morning, I was doing my reflection and I came across this quote because I was like, oh, what am I going to do for a positive pause? There you go. What am I going to do for a positive pause? And I knew in my mind what I wanted to share, but I just thought, man, this quote totally is such a great way to start it. So, while I was reading this morning, I came across this quote. It said, the only worthy goal is to make a meaningful life out of an ordinary one. And I absolutely love that quote. And the reason why I love that quote is because we are all ordinary. We're just ordinary people living ordinary lives, but that doesn't mean that our lives and the moments in our lives don't have meaning, right? And we all have something to offer. We all have something to give. We all have a way to inspire, whether that's just inspiring, maybe it's inspiring your neighbor, your family member, your sister, your brother, your child, whoever it is. We have a way of making our lives meaningful. And we have actually, through this time, and as awful as it is, the things that we're dealing with right now, the things that we're seeing right now, we have been gifted time. How many of us have said, I just don't have the time. I need more time. Oh, I can't do that because, or whatever. You want more time with your family. You want more time with your kids. You want to be able to call, your mom or your dad more regularly. You just don't have time. And we've been gifted a whole lot of that. And, what we do with it matters. It's not just time to sit there and do nothing. This is incredible. This is remarkable, really, when you think about it. I mean, maybe there's a course that you've been wanting to take online. Go ahead and take that course. Maybe there is a, maybe you have some health goals that you're working on. Let's start putting that, putting the gears in motion and making that happen. I'm thinking about families who are sitting around the dinner table and having dinner together. I'm thinking about people out in their gardens and just, connecting with the earth. I'm thinking about, parents who are now having conversations with their children that otherwise would not have happened because the time did not allow. So, just look at this as an opportunity to take that ordinary life that you're living, that we're all living, and just infuse that with some meaning right now. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me share.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Christina. That was wonderful. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was awesome. I'm just going to see the comment section really quickly. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Denise. Thank you for tuning in. So next up, we have Amber Price, psychic medium. Here she is. Hi, Amber.
Good morning, Vanessa. How are you today? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I'm good. You too?
Good. I'm excited because today the sun is shining. And I don't know about all of you out there, but the sun is absolutely helping set the mood, set the tone, and really just kind of raise that up. So it's a nice day to have a chat today. I'm here to talk about some of the beautiful things that are happening in the universe today and every day. And it doesn't matter really what year we're in. We're constantly evolving with our soul. We're constantly evolving. This year specifically is about consciousness and really going within. So I'm an international psychic medium, and my mission essentially as a psychic, as a medium, and as a soul coach is to really promote alignment. I'm trying to think of the word because now I'm guided spiritually here. So things are just coming in. And don't mind if my cat joins me. She seems to not leave me alone today. So as my mission to promote and complement your own spiritual journey, my mission is essentially connection, clarity, and consciousness. So whether that's through guiding you through your own spiritual journey and being there to answer questions or provide information and insight through workshops, which I do offer through video, and as well as readings or sessions. The readings are really important to people right now, specifically because everybody really wants to go within. And when they're having this connection to their self, the connection to the universe, the connection to their spiritual team, or their connection to their loved ones that might have departed on the other side, those connections produce clarity. And that clarity instills the ability to experience consciousness. So really having that ability to go within and to be mindful. And the act of being mindful is really just essentially being aware of self and aware and being in the moment. And that is difficult to do. But as we know, we are gifted time. As the beautiful soul before me has mentioned, the time is there for us to be able to practice the art of going within. And so essentially that's what I'm doing. That is what my goal is. That is what my purpose is through psychic medium sessions and the soul coaching. And I also offer more support for people who need it, because people are really on a journey. And this isn't a one-day thing. This isn't a 1 hour thing that you can, understand and really kind of take that rein and go with it. It's really a lifestyle. And when you are committed to the lifestyle and being able to go within and being mindful of your journey and wanting clarity on a daily basis, you have all of that at your fingertips for yourself. And so I have a membership group, which is all online. And the members of the group are really an amazing spiritual community that help and support each other. And I offer opportunities for growth. So teaching you about the different types of abilities and connection and how to be mindful, and reminders of the practice to go within, and different exercises and techniques. And through that online support system, these people have actually become friends and mentors to each other, and really allowing a networking and connection. So this is a beautiful way to be able to connect with your spiritual self and in your spiritual community, because it is larger than you think. And when you have that ability to do it from your very own home, that actually takes a lot of the burden off. And from what I find, most people actually enjoy doing phone and video sessions, regardless of the situation that's happening within our universe right now, and with the crisis with our health. And so the video and the phone sessions really allow somebody to connect within, to look for those answers, and not to have the pressure of all of the energy of the people around you within like an in-person workshop. So they're really awesome, and they really allow you that time. The other way I would love to spiritual education to people it's so important to me to be able to help and educate people with their own consciousness and give them the ability to make these connections. And so I am a co-host of the Giant TV's podcast, The Insiders, with my co-host Liz Throp, psychic medium. And through that podcast, we're able to reach a vast amount of people and really give them insight into their own spiritual journey and answer any question. And that is just something that you can log right onto, do from the comfort of your home, your car, wherever you want to, and really just be able to get some more tips and some guidance and education. And the other part, which I'm totally drawn to, because I love connecting, just like Vanessa. Vanessa is doing this beautiful thing with the Holistic Healing Fair. And I was really drawn to participating this year. And so I have a feeling I'll see Vanessa a little bit later, because I'm the host of the Spiritual Excellence Halo Gala. And the Spiritual Excellence Halo Gala really honors and acknowledges the spiritual successes of individuals and groups in the spiritual community that continue to make an impact for others. And people like Vanessa and everyone else that's tuning in and really, you know, a guest here on our show, they're really, really connecting for the overall well-being and greater good. And so the Spiritual Collective team and myself put on this gala every year in October, and we really just want to celebrate each other and have speakers and have the information come through. So that's my way of offering more education, support, and networking and insight into individuals and group spiritual journeys. And last but not least, I am the founder and chief inspiration officer of the Sapphire Association. And this is an online membership format that really allows women who are entrepreneurs and business owners to share, inspire, motivate, and connect to each other, who really are innovating and revolutionizing the spiritual, holistic, creative, and professional industries. And through that, they're able to empower themselves and empower others and lead through example. And so these are the ways that I continue to work within the industry. And I am so blessed to be able to connect with you or you group format. So reach out, because you can connect with me at my website, which is amber-price.com. And you can find me on Facebook, Amber Price Psychic Medium. And I think it's at Amber Price Insights. And I'm also on Instagram and growing that community there as Amber Price, and it's at Amber Price Medium. And I just wanted to share one last thing, because this isn't really all who I am. As much as it is my soul's purpose, it is something that I had to come and find to be able to really resonate. And what am I providing and what am I doing? And we're all longing for finding what our soul's purpose is. And I know you have the time to be able to find it, because we all have the time to be able to live our purpose. But I'm also a mother of 5 children. And I had 2 grandbabies in 2019. So I'm really leading them through their own spiritual journey with the help of their parents and each other. And we're really really close knit, and of course even closer now that we're doing physical distancing from our friends and family that don't live with us. So really just take some time to love your family. And I want to just say one more time, thank you so much, Vanessa, for having me today.
You're so welcome. Was that your positive pause, or did you still want to, did you have a positive pause?
One more. Yeah.
All right.
So one of my favorite quotes is, "She believed she could, so she did. She believed she could, so she did." And this is R.S. Gray who created this quote. And really what it reminds me of is that there are no limits. There are no boundaries. There's obstacles that you can overcome. And you are given the space to be an empowered soul to live your purpose. And live the shift. We're in a shift. We're always in a shift. But live the shift with love.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Amber. I have all your contact information and everyone's contact information listed in the video, but thank you so much. And we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I know we had one more comment. Hi, Ellen. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are tuning in, please say hi. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to add them into the comment section as we go along. I do check them. All right. So next up, we have Simply Thriving with Christine. All right. Hi, Christine.
Hi. I'd like to just start by saying thank you for this. This has been an amazing week, tuning into this every day and getting so much inspiration and ideas. It's I imagine it took you a lot of work. So thank you for pulling this together.
No problem.
So I am Christine, and I run a company called Simply Thriving. And it's funny that you had Christina on earlier talking a little bit about all the benefits of nutrition and how it comes about to impact our daily functioning. Because what I do is actually make nutrition a little bit easier for people to get their hands on. So it was kind of a nice little segue into my talk. So she's absolutely right. We need to be eating healthier, and that is the main goal for me, is to make it easier for people to eat healthier, because it's hard to do, and that's kind of the reality of eating healthy. All the stats are saying that and all the nutritionists and dietitians out there, eat your 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And the reality is people don't do that because it's a lot of work for people to do that. And I know for myself, like I have a family of 5, and if I had to prepare 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, that's 50 servings a day. That's a lot of work for people to have to take on to ensure that they're getting that nutrition and eating healthy. What we do know about eating healthy, though, is it will boost your immune system, which is definitely something that we need. We need a boost in our immune system. We need to eat healthier. It also, according to like the Harvard School of Public Health, if you're eating healthier and you're getting your fruits and vegetables in, you're going to be lowering blood pressure, reducing the risk of heart disease, stroke, preventing some types of cancer, lowering risk of eye and drug and digestive issues, promoting weight loss, boosting your immunity, helping with your emotions. I think Christina spoke to that as well, with the emotional balance of eating healthier, improving your cognitive function, sleeping better. I mean, there's so many benefits to it. And for me, being able to teach people how to make it easier to get those benefits is definitely a plus. And one of the ways that I do that right now, obviously, like Christina, I typically do one-on-one sessions for nutrition and talking to people in different settings. That's not something that we can do right now in today's day and age with social isolating. So I'm doing a lot more online, and you can check out the online cooking events that I do to show how easy it can be to prepare healthy nutritional meals and make it simple in the kitchen for busy families. And you can check that out on my Facebook site, which is Christine Gosby. No, it's Simply Thriving on the Facebook site. And I'll be doing some lives every Sunday night at 7:30. We're doing some cooking demonstrations. I'll also be doing some basic health nutritional talks throughout the week, doing some lives, either on my Facebook site or through Instagram, which is also at Simply Thriving. So this isn't my positive pause, but one of the things that really struck out to me, so in doing this, is a quote by Thomas Edison, which just speaks to everything that I kind of believe when it comes to nutrition. And that quote is, "The doctors of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition." And we can absolutely do that, and we can make it easier for people to do that. And I invite people to take a look at what their nutrition is and how they're maintaining their 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, because it's not an easy task to do.
Nutrition is as a whole, like it definitely makes us up. So that's perfect.
Yeah. Well, most people don't. I think the study is like 1 to 10 people will actually eat enough fruits and vegetables in a day to maintain their nutrition and make their bodies healthy. Mm-hmm. So we need that extra nutrition right now. We need to boost our immunities. We need to get healthier, and we need to make it simpler for people to do that. And so that is kind of my goal, is helping people to make it a little bit more simple.
That's perfect. Are you ready for your positive pause?
Yep.
Okay. Oops.
So I guess this kind of goes along with everything that I've said, but this is what I think every day now that I learn so much about nutrition and how to look after myself. Taking care of your body, no matter what age you are, is an investment, and that return is absolutely priceless.
That's wonderful. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Christine. And all your contact information is listed in if anybody has any questions or anything to reach out for you. But thank you so, so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. So last but not least, we have Jen CB here she is a mentor and guide, and she's also, as a finale to the episode, aside from my little finish of a positive pause, but she's going to be leading us through a mindfulness meditation as well. But here is Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Thank you so much for having me, Vanessa. It's an honor to be part of this. So what do I do? I'm a mindfulness coach, speaker, and author in the Ontario area. And what I love to do is to find the many practical and easy ways we can incorporate mindfulness in our day-to-day life. So as a former semi-pro athlete and also young widow, I've used mindfulness to help me get through the highest of highs at international athletic competition. You know, what to do in the bottom of the ninth, you know, when the bases are loaded, what do you do? And also, mindfulness training helped me get through the lowest of lows of death, trauma, grieving, PTSD. So that mental health component is very important. And through that, I've developed a passion to teach others how easy it can be to adopt the mindfulness practice every single day. So just like an athlete would go to the ballpark and practice their fundamentals, we need to now more than ever practice a mindfulness meditation technique every single day to help us through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows of life. One of the things I love to share with people, this is something I actually discovered as a download that came to me in the hospital room as I was losing my husband. Mindfulness will not prevent you from facing trials and tribulations in life. But what mindfulness do will help you find clarity in moments of chaos. Right now, we are experiencing chaos. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We already know what happened yesterday. What we can do is just focus on the now. Mother Earth can definitely teach us this. The animals and the planet can teach us this because all they have is the now. Eckhart Tolle is the most famous for saying that. We only have the now. So how can we control our thoughts, our feelings, our bodily sensations with a sense of kindness, compassion, and curiosity in the now? Mindfulness is about without that concept of feelings of judgment. I know, very hard to do. Very hard to do. You know, we are a human. We do have that ego. So we need to practice that mindfulness, releasing that judgment, and honoring our thoughts and feelings and the sensations in the now. If you are feeling angry, I encourage you to feel angry. And we can move these feelings of anger and hurt and sadness and even our grief, you know, in a very calm and gentle way. And so as a mindfulness coach, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you, coach you through that bottom of the ninth inning, you know, those stressors. Everybody is cheering you on and all these constantly, you know, we're all inundated with all the stressors. I'm here to coach you through and help you play your A game. So one of the things I've done to make all these things practical is create a series of mindfulness guides. So the first one here is my mindfulness guide, offering 30 different strategies for you to help you through the mindfulness strategies. And I like to share that mindfulness is about a 3-step process. Like I said, I like to make it easy for you. So that 3-step process and offering the 30 different strategies is in my first book, my mindfulness guide. My second guide is my grieving guide. So if you have lost somebody, if you've got that grief fog, or you lost a job, or a major transition where grief is coming forward, my second book, my grieving guide, is probably a better strategy, mindfulness strategy for you. And the third one for students, because I love working with students. I love working with children. My Mindfulness for Families program is very, very popular. I have got my calming guide, strategies for students ages 14 plus. They offer also a lot of creative ideas. Art therapy is in there, and it's to help find your practice. Excuse me, yeah, brain fart right online. You just love that, Vanessa, right? When everything just flows and all of a sudden, bam. Yeah, own it, dork moment.
You got it.
Without judgment, got it. But if you are looking for easy strategies, those are the 3. And my 4th book is coming this summer, spring, summer. I'm very excited about my mindfulness guide for athletes for optimum sport performance and rehabilitation, offering mindfulness strategies for goal setting. So even if you aren't an athlete, mindfulness is amazing for goal setting. So that is something that's coming up just on the surface. You can follow me at JenCB111 on Facebook or Instagram, or also go to my website, jencb.com. And if you follow it right now, I'm offering free strategies. This is my way of helping out and being that community supporter in there. Free mindfulness strategies are all over my pages, and I offer online coaching programs, Zoom programs. I'm going to be offering meditation coming up soon as it is downloading now. We need more calming strategies now more than ever. And so that is what I'm here to offer you all. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for this time. It's been an absolute honor.
Perfect. Are you ready for your positive pause?
I am. So this positive pause is going to lead us into the meditation experience. So I invite you today, what would you like to think and to feel the concept of breathing as we anchor ourselves into Mother Earth?
Perfect. I'll be back.
So this mindfulness meditation experience for you is an anchoring, a breathing and an anchoring experience. And I'm inviting the Kochi chimes actually to join me in this experience. So I have pulled out a Kochi chime that represents Earth as we ground ourselves into Mother Earth. And I hope everybody can hear. I invite you to create a mindfulness practice, this being your breathing anchoring practice, where we are rooted in the awareness into the present moment. Like our anchor, our roots, just like the tree rooting itself into Mother Earth, we're going to root ourselves now in this meditation practice. This inspiration is to help reduce anxiety, decrease stress, allow the body to heal in a relaxed state. Breathing in, breathing out. I invite you to sit in a chair with your feet comfortably placed on the floor, nice comfortable posture. As we listen to the Kochi chimes, breathing in, breathing out, on your own time and your own pace. With your back upright, your spine following the natural curves, listening to the sound of the earthbound Kochi chime. Seeing if you can establish a position that feels dignified, alert, and relaxed. Allowing your body to settle, to rest down into gravity, feeling the floor underneath you, representing Mother Earth. Breathing in, breathing out. This will help your awareness, settling by less distractions around you. And I invite you to gently close your eyes if you feel called to do so. If this is uncomfortable, I invite you to pick a spot on the wall. so there are no distractions as we think of this present moment. We gather our awareness and the sensations of our breath in our body. Breathing in, breathing out. Where do you feel the breath most strongly? Be curious about the actual experience. Have that kindness, compassion, supporting this experience without judgment. Now, very gently, I invite you to rest your awareness within your whole torso being as you can feel your belly. Breathing in, breathing out. Do you notice any other bodily sensations with the breath? Breathing in, breathing out. Is that back strong? Are we rooted and visualizing the roots down deep? We can create that awareness, feeling that sense of curiosity and experience moving towards the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember to be accepting of what is happening in this present moment. Listening to coachy chimes, remembering it's representing our Mother Earth, grounding and rooting, knowing the breath is our anchor, and reminding ourselves that the breath is our anchor during these times of uncertainty. Allow the breath to be saturated with kindness as it rocks and cradles the body, soothing any stress that might surface, any pain, any discomfort you may feel, allowing ourselves to feel and surrounding those feelings of discomfort with that kindness, compassion, and curiosity. Being aware of what we're thinking and feeling. Listening to the sound of the kochi chimes. And as we wrap up today, we can enjoy that feeling of gratitude. We've taken time for ourselves in this mindfulness meditation experience. Healing our body, healing our minds, healing our souls as we root ourselves into Mother Earth, as she is healing during this time. I invite you now to slowly open your eyes, come back into this present moment with love, peace, and kindness. Namaste.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Perfect. Okay, thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's crazy. It's episode 7 already. So I'd like to share a positive pause. So for those of you that have tuned in already, I know that there are a lot of big news stations to be watched right now. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch our episode today. So what I'd like to share, it's just a little poem that I saw. It's called, I actually don't know what it's called, and I don't know who the author is, but I did fall in love with it. You're packing up your sleeping bag, your lantern, and your tent, and you're off to find the life you lost, but you're not sure where it went. And I hope those mountains teach you how to stand both tall and proud, that you see your life much clearer with your head above the cloud. I hope you swim through rivers with the current swift and fast, that they show you you must be careful when you wash away your past. I hope that you are humbled by the vastness of the sea, that the eagles high above you make you feel like you are free. I hope that when the night has fallen and your sparks and your when your sorry and your fire's just a spark, that the stars shine to remind you that there's beauty in the dark. But most of all, I'm hoping that you're learning while you roam, that no matter the distance, you can always come back home. So I really enjoyed hearing that poem or reading that poem today. And if I can invite you guys to do anything during this time for however long we're off, count your blessings. If you can practice the mindfulness and wake up in the morning or just even midday, just if you have a roof over your head, if you have food in your fridge, clean water, there's so many different things that we can be thankful for that majority of the world doesn't have. So that alone, the fact that we have healthcare, and then searching for the positive things in life as well, with everybody, what they're doing for the healthcare workers, the honking, the communities coming together, the people helping their neighbors. Try and keep as positive as you can and remember your blessings, because that should help you in your day-to-day with all the changes that are going on. And this too shall pass. So thank you again for everybody that tuned into episode 7 today. For those of you that missed the beginning of it, I run the holistic healing fairs across Ontario. The physical part of it has been postponed. However, we brought them virtually. So if you are a wellness business and you're interested in being showcased, please send Awakening Energy Events a message, either the Facebook page or anything. And they happen every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so long as we have as many enough people to showcase, or if we have people doing presentations and whatnot. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. is where you can find us live. But thank you to all the wellness businesses and everybody that joined in. It was a great day, and try and take a break from the news. It's going to be around for a little bit, so you can always rewatch it if you're finding yourself getting overwhelmed. Just take that step back. But thank you so much to everybody who tuned in today, and we will see you on Monday, because I forgot what day it was. Monday. Bye, everybody.